Once upon a time, in ancient India, there lived a prince named Siddhartha Gautama. He was born into a wealthy and privileged family, destined to inherit the kingdom. However, despite the luxuries and comforts surrounding him, Siddhartha felt a deep sense of dissatisfaction and unease. He was troubled by the suffering he observed in the world: old age, sickness, and death. Determined to find a solution to the universal problem of suffering, Siddhartha renounced his princely life and set out on a spiritual quest. Leaving behind his family and kingdom, he became a wandering ascetic, seeking guidance from various religious teachers and engaging in rigorous meditation practices. For 6 years, Siddhartha devoted himself to extreme austerities, subjecting his body to severe deprivation and self-mortification. Despite his efforts, he found no lasting answers to his quest for enlightenment. Realizing the futility of his approach, he abandoned his ascetic practices and began following a path of moderation and balance. Siddhartha retreated to a place known as Bodh Gaya and settled beneath a Bodhi tree. He made a vow not to rise from his seat until he had attained the ultimate truth and liberation from suffering. Determined and steadfast, he delved into deep meditation, purifying his mind and cultivating profound insight. As Siddhartha meditated, Mara, the personification of delusion and temptation, tried to distract him. Mara unleashed his armies of desire, doubt, and fear, but Siddhartha remained unwavering, seeing through the illusions. With unwavering focus and mindfulness, Siddhartha confronted his own inner demons and gained mastery over them. On the fateful night of the full moon, Siddhartha entered into deeper states of concentration and insight. He penetrated the layers of ignorance and finally saw the truth of existence. As the first rays of dawn emerged, Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment and became the Buddha, which means the awakened one. The Buddha realized the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, the truth of the origin of suffering, the truth of the cessation of suffering, and the truth of the path to the cessation of suffering. He understood that suffering arises from attachment and craving, and that liberation from suffering is possible through the cessation of attachment. The Buddha spent the remainder of his life sharing his teachings, known as the Dharma, with all who were willing to listen. He emphasized the importance of compassion, mindfulness, and ethical living as the means to overcome suffering and attain enlightenment. His teachings spread far and wide, and his community of followers, known as the Sangha, grew steadily. The Buddha's enlightenment became the foundation of Buddhism, a spiritual tradition that continues to guide millions of people on their path to liberation and inner peace. The story of the Buddha's enlightenment serves as an inspiration, demonstrating that it is possible for anyone to transcend suffering and find lasting happiness through self-discovery, wisdom, and compassion.